Hello there. Welcome to Miller's Laboratory. My name is Sue, and I'm really happy to have you with me today. If you're a new subscriber to my channel, I hope that you feel welcome here. I'm very happy that you have joined me, and I am thankful for you. I hope that you find some content that you enjoy here. I am making this video this morning because last night was exciting for me. I reached a milestone with this channel in that I got to 500 subscribers, and I am really excited about that. When I started this channel, it really wasn't about getting a lot of numbers. The reason that I started it was because I opened up an Etsy shop where I was selling junk journals, and I wanted to have a place where people could look at the whole journal before they purchased it in case they wanted to do that. So the bulk of my videos so far are flip throughs of those journals that I have had for sale. They might be interesting for you to watch anyway. There's a lot of interesting ideas and stuff in those. Going forward, I do hope that I can use this channel a bit more, and that is kind of my goal. I do still work full-time outside of my home. I am an optician. I have worked for the same optometrist for over 18 years, and I'm very happy with my job, and I am not ready to retire. So I will be finding a balance here between this and that for the next few years. But thank you again. I just want to say thank you again for subscribing. So I'm going to have a little giveaway to celebrate my milestone, and I'm going to make a journal. I'm going to make a series of videos showing how I create that journal, and then at the end I will pick a winner. So how I'm going to do that is I will choose the video that has the most comments on it, and then I'll use the comment picker to choose the winner from that. So I hope that you'll watch all of them, and I hope that you'll find them entertaining. So, keeping in mind my theme, I found this little book that I thought was perfect, 500 Toasts, the 500 toasts, because I have 500 subscribers, and also it's a new year, so we're thinking about toasts anyway. This is a really sweet little book, although the toasts that are in here, I just kind of paged through. Some of them are a little bit politically incorrect in this day and age. I will be putting a few of these pages into the book. And the little book is just sweet because it's so tiny. Let me just measure it real quick. It is like 3 3/4 inches wide and about 5.5 inches high. Now right now you can see it's super skinny, and that's not going to work. So what I will be doing is cutting the covers away from the spine and creating a new spine. So that's what I will be doing. And when I do books that way, I have two methods. I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I just make the book kind of randomly as wide as I want it to be, and then I fill it up with pages. Sometimes I choose all of the pages and the tags and stuff that I want to put in and stack them all up, kind of see how thick they are, and then make the book accordingly. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm not going to create all the pages or anything yet, but I kind of have an idea of what I might want to put in there. And it's a lot. I want to stuff this little thing. These are just some papers that I've gathered and some of the pages that I've already kind of started. This is a little pile of ephemera and things that I have gathered or printed and cut out. That I might want to use to decorate the pages or make tags out of, or journal cards. I have a little dish here of number ephemera, like tags and stuff that I have printed out that I would like to use for embellishment. And then I also have this little box which is just full of labels that are number themed. So I've got all that here. And then this is the fabric that I have chosen to use for the spine, and I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that. Sometimes I put one strip of fabric on the outside with it, sticking up a little bit on the top and bottom, and then put a separate strip on the inside. Sometimes I just take one long strip and I wrap it all the way around. I'll show you both of those when we get to that point, and I make the decision of how I want to do it. And then I just have some like cardstock here that I salvaged from work. I'm going to glue that together to make 2 layers because it's not super thick, and then that's what I'll use to make my spine. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. And the first thing I'd like to do is just try to clean up this cover a little bit. It's just got some dirt on it, and I don't mind that a whole lot, but obviously I would like it to be, you know, if it's stained, that's fine, but I would like it to be clean. So I just have a baby wipe here that I'm using just very gently. You do have to be careful because you can see it's taking a little bit of the color off, and I don't want, you know, white spots or really light spots on this. So I'm kind of going in first on these particularly dirty areas and just kind of giving those a wipe. And then I'm just going over the rest of the book too, just kind of with a wiping motion so that we're pretty even with the color after I'm done. So yeah, you can see it's taking some of the red off of there. But it is cleaning it up a little bit, I think, too. So that's good. So if you've watched me before and you've watched any of my recent videos, you may have seen I was talking about my plans for this weekend, and I was going to be going down to the Detroit area to visit my son. It's his birthday this weekend, and so I was really excited to go see him. And we also were going to go to the bookstore, the used bookstore, the John R. King. That is like my favorite place to go. But we got dumped on this weekend. We got a big snowstorm, and it was not good weather for traveling, and so we had to postpone that trip. Unfortunately, we'll be going in a couple of weeks. So I'm a little sad about that. So you know how this is lightening my title here, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm just gonna make this even here, and then I'm gonna stay away from that because I don't want to lose the title, obviously. I'm just coming down here to the bottom where it's definitely grimier on the front than it was on the back. And I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it, and that's okay. All right. Now, sometimes with these cloth-covered books, after this is all really nice and dry, I might put a coat of shoe polish on there. That kind of just protects the book a little bit and keeps it from getting any more stains or from any more of that color rubbing off. So I probably will do that. But let's just get the book block out of here carefully, and then we'll cut the spine off. And then we'll just kind of see how much time I have here. I don't want to make these videos very long because I don't want to make you guys sit for a long time. So I'm thinking quite a few little short ones would be better. This knife is not really cutting very well. You can see it's kind of dragging there. That blade is probably kind of dull. But what I'm trying to do here is cut through this layer here, which probably has a little bit of reinforcing fabric in it, without cutting into the book block. I don't have to worry too much about cutting the spine because I'm going to cut that off anyway. But if I was keeping it, then I would be more careful here doing that. All right, so we've loosened the one side there, and now I'm just going to do the same on the other side. Out of there. Okay, so there's the book block here, and I'll be able to go in and if you can see the little stitching here, we just clip that and then we can take things apart. This one, it kind of looks like, sometimes there's signatures in there. Let's see if we can find the middle. Yeah. One more, I think. Yeah, so this is that thread that I just cut. And here's the other one that's holding it together. And then this book only has not very many signatures. There's the one that I just cut out. Let's go to the next one here. Is that it? I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I know my lighting is not perfect here, but there's a little string here you can see that's holding that together. I'm trying not to cut the pages because I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet. And it'd be a fun thing to save for other books too, you know. Little toasts are kind of cute. So I actually purchased this book on eBay because I was looking for something specific for this occasion. I often just buy books at the thrift store, or as I said, used bookstore, but this particular one I actually hunted down and found a copy that I could afford. It wasn't super expensive, but I like to find my books for like $1, you know. That's my ideal situation. Well, this is still not coming apart here. Let me find my middle again. Something is obviously not, there we go, not unstitched. There we go. Let's see, usually I can just pull the whole chunk out, but I don't know why that's sticking like that. There we go. I guess I just have to be, oh, you know what? There's something else there in the middle. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, and then we're kind of left with what's left, which is usually glued into the book. Yeah, there's like a big glob of glue there or something. That's what was holding that up. But isn't that cute? I probably will want to put that in for sure. So we'll leave that aside. Okay. And then I'm just going to grab a newer knife that's a little bit sharper. This one here. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to kind of use my ruler to help guide me, but I'm going to be cutting right along the edge of that chipboard or whatever is forming that cover. Taking it right off. There we go. Scissors here. Maybe that just would have been easier to begin with. I can see right where it is on this side, so we'll cut that off along that edge. There's our front cover. And here's the back. I really don't have any use for that. All right, here's our covers. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just grab my, I don't need all of this, grab my tacky glue here, and we'll make 2 layers out of this. going to be way bigger than I need, but that's okay. I'll cut it down after the glue dries. Okay, I'm just going to spread that a little bit here with my finger. It doesn't have to be super thick, just want those to stay together. And the tacky glue or PVA glue is really the best you can do for this. And I'm just going to fold that. Kind of burnish it good here. And I'm actually just going to slip that under my mat here so it stays nice and flat while it dries. Okay, now let's get to our pages here. I'll show you what I've picked out so far. I got on the computer and I printed a few pages where I just typed out some numbers in different fonts. And I thought those would make nice background papers that you could write right over. I printed them on both sides. This is just some coffee dyed paper that I have. And, you know, various things that I gathered. Some page from some bookkeeping, a page from a bookkeeping book. Here's another one of those, different color. This is actually from an old vintage ledger. I liked the number at the top. And I've got maybe a possible flip down on each side for that. I kind of saved that whole page. We'll see how that transpires. Here's a little bit of ephemera, a little receipt. This is something from an old date book, I believe from about the 50s. A couple of these receipts I got from a pharmacy from 1918. Those make nice pages. These are a couple of pages from a business school workbook. And pages from a math book. I have quite a few of those. Architectural drawing. There's another math page. This is from a little, I don't know what you call this. A reckoning book, I think is what it's called, a reckoner. And then I collect math books, so I have quite a few. This one I kind of folded so that we would have a little tab in the middle that you could add something to. This one I folded, I kept the two pages together, and I'll just use that like this and it will be a pocket. Possibly the same thing, something with these. So anyway, got a good variety of things here. And then these are things that I printed and gave them some backgrounds that could be written on or could be collaged on a little bit. I'm not going to show you all of these, but I mean, I just kind of went through my collection and printed out what I thought would be useful. I also added some just printout of this pretty Florentine sort of pattern paper, because I thought not every single page has to have numbers on it. This is some vellum that I put some numbers onto that I thought might be cool over something else. Some kind of grungy sort of number paper that I have here. Kind of like that grungy look a little bit. And then that's just another thing that I printed. I've got some embossed paper that I did here with my embossing machine. It just has numbers. I'm kind of turning it so maybe you can see it a little bit better. And then I have a few other things here that I did back, so they could be pages, or I might just use them to make tags out of. It's kind of fun. A tavern license. This would just be cute to kind of distress a little bit too and put in a pocket. And this one as well. This is like prices from a pub, it looks like. So there's those, and then I have these. This is from a digital kit. A bunch of stuff from science and math books, like graphs, diagrams. And so those are the pages I'm going to be working on. I'm going to kind of go through and put them in order, and then I'll come back and we'll take a look at what we're going to put inside and get that spine constructed. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.